that during our experience today, we'll be getting very, very wet. We want to avoid being soaked with ice cold salt water. You might want to move to higher and drier ground. They come from adversity and challenge. They come from farmhouses and high-rises. They're people like you and me, doing things you can never imagine. To those who dedicate their lives to protecting others, we sing our thanks and overcome the ridge and push farmers to SeaWorld Park.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kylie, and on behalf of all of us here at SeaWorld, we'd like to take this moment to show our support for the men and women of our armed forces and our first responders. We proudly welcome you and your families, and at this time, we ask that any past or present members of the United States military, any of our allies from around the world, and all first responders to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring these men, women, and their families. We thank you for your service. Orca encounter will begin in just a few minutes, but first we'd like to share with you a short film that might help you better understand the Orca and its place in the world we all share.
The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential to all life, both in the sea and on the land. There's one animal that is the perfect ambassador for the ocean, and that's the Orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you will meet SeaWorld's killer whales. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals. Orca, or the killer whale, is the most widely distributed mammal on Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and the Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties or ecotypes of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called disruptive coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are counter-shaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against the dark depths. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Delphinidae, or dolphin family. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult whale can be up to 6 feet in height. The powerful pectoral flippers and tail fluke can propel them through the water at a high rate of speed with great maneuverability. Their top speed is nearly 30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, breaching, and vocalizations. experience a variety of natural killer whale behaviors during orca encounter today. We ask our whales to replicate natural behaviors such as breaching, spy hopping, and tail slaps. While awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests, these behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our camp. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orcinius orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend.
60 years ago, the first ever SeaWorld Park opened in San Diego, California, marking the beginning of a journey that would touch hearts, inspire minds, and protect marine life for generations to come. SeaWorld's 60th anniversary celebration isn't just a marker of time. It's a celebration of progress, innovation, and our
Hello everyone, my name is Bianca, and on behalf of the entire Killer Whale training team, I would like to welcome you to Orca Stadium. Being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We are proud of what we do, and it is a privilege for us to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from these amazing animals. Now more than ever, we are honored to share our relationships with the whales and what we have learned from all of you. And now, SeaWorld proudly presents Orca Encounter!
fluid space critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
presentation before, you may know that it usually goes off without a hitch, but sometimes things don't go exactly according to plan, and that is okay. It gives me the opportunity to tell you a little bit more about what's going on as well as how we train our killer whales. Now here at SeaWorld we have a total of 5 killer whales. We have 2 male whales and 3 females. Their names are Katina, Milani, Malia, Trua, and Micaiah. Now in killer whale society they have a very strong social structure with one another. They have a very close bond. They have family groups called pods. And even though the male killer whales can get to be twice the size of the females, it doesn't matter how big of a male killer whale you are, the girls are in charge no matter what. Exactly, go girls. So, the way that we usually start our presentations is we will ask the whales if they would like to participate with us. How do we ask the whales, you might wonder? So we can use things like training tools like this target pull behind me or our hands, and we'll gently tap the surface of the water to ask them to come over to us. Everything that we do with our animals is voluntary, so it's up to them whether or not they would like to participate or whether or not they would like to come over. So, even though we asked the whales, they decided that they want to spend a little bit more time with one another in the back area. Here at SeaWorld Orlando, we have a total of 7 pools, all connected by a system of 13 doorways that we can open and close to make different configurations. Currently, our males are on one side and our females are on the other, but they can talk to each other through those doorways. So they're deciding that they want to socialize with one another instead of coming over to us trainers. And is that okay? Yes, it is absolutely okay. Alright, so we are going to ask our female killer whales if they would like to participate with us. So we are going to start from the beginning again and see if the females would like to